Honk honk, what up, bitches? It's me, Captain Mac, here to play fucking trucking game. Yeah! Let's go! Microwave, how are you today? Welcome to the live stream. Luna's here? Watch me make her mad by touching her stomach for 0.2 seconds. She's got her tongue out again. Oh, I don't think you can tell from this camera, but she's got her little tongue sticking out again. Luna, let people see your tongue. Look at. Can you see the little pink spot? I don't think you can. You're so funny. I love that little cat. What? What do you want? Anyway, I got my wheel. We're going to do some American goddamn trucking. It's going to be a great time. And I'm just going to get into it, I say. She loves you sometimes. Only sometimes. Not often. Once in a blue moon. Oh, good. It's still set to capture this game. Oh, God. I can't get past my wheel to zoom in to my camera. I'm fine. I had an interesting day at work. So, you know, obviously, I'm a buyer. I buy things. But I'm not there all the time, you know? I'm not there every day. I have weekends off. So there is a backup buyer who is there when I'm not. And all that person does is they place like 2 orders and they put away my orders on the weekends. That's their job, basically. I mean, that's not all they do. They work full time. It's only the 2 days that I'm not there that they're doing that. And they were sick over the weekend. The music is really loud, by the way. Holy crap. Oh no, there's a content change detected. Oh, that means it's gonna put me back in California, isn't it? Yep, it did. Put me back in California again. God damn it. I'm gonna wait for the game to load. It's too goddamn loud right now. Or maybe it just sounds loud to me. I do have the volume up kind of high. I would lower the volume, but it's not that loud when I'm actually in the game. There we go. Okay. So, you know, I have a backup buyer who does all my buying when I'm not there. And by all my buying, I mean like literally like two fucking orders a week. Hopefully I'm not about to back into somebody. I'm not really being too careful about this. It is what it is. Let's go find ourselves a job. And so they were sick over the weekend, and they weren't there to put in any orders. So my boss came in on her day off. Oopsie, I don't have my lights on again. I also constantly forget which button it is. There we go. So my boss came in on her day off to place one of the orders. And I do orders for 2 departments. I order for a kitchen and for a bakery. So she did all of the ordering for the kitchen side of things because she knows that stuff pretty well. She was the buyer before me, so she bought all the kitchen stuff, and she did a fine job. No problems whatsoever. She then hands it off the bakery side of things to the bakery boss, who is a friendly guy who has never placed an order before, ever. And so I come in on Monday to look at this fucking order that he placed. And immediately it's like twice as large as any order that I generally place for that company in particular. And so I'm looking at it, and like I knew he had placed the order over the weekend, and I knew there was gonna be some issues, and I was like, all right, that's to be expected. What do we got? What's happening? And so I'm looking through this order, and we sell these cookies. They're called brown butter cookies. It's a cookie made using brown butter. I don't know what the fuck brown butter is. They're like super good, super squishy, and yeah, it's a good kind of cookie. Our normal distributor for these brown butter cookies, it has been available for a long time. So I'm ordering them from a different vendor entirely right now. He ordered those brown butter cookies. Not only that, he ordered 2 different SKUs of that brown butter cookie. I don't know where he like came up with that. Like there was two different ones listed, and he decided, well, I don't know which one's the right one, so I guess I'll just buy both. Not to mention, neither of them was the right one, because I'm ordering it from a different vendor right now. And I had it crossed off, by the way. I have it like grayed out on my order guide. I didn't take it off of the order guide because they're meant to come back at some point, but I had it grayed out, which is like how I indicate that something isn't meant to be ordered. So he ordered two different variations of something that we're not supposed to be ordering right now. And so that one worked itself out because they didn't actually come in. But the funny thing is, for all of our cookies, we sell two different varieties. We sell a 3-ounce and a 1-ounce variety. Our store in particular does not sell the 1-ounce variety because we don't really have enough space for them. And so he also ordered the 1-ounce variety of these brown butter cookies, even though, as the bakery boss, he should know damn well we're not selling those right now. Why did they not look it up? I don't know. He might not have known where to look. I have no idea. I talked to him about it today, and he seemed as confused about it as I was. So that was the whole thing. And then he also ordered these like baguettes. They're brioche baguettes that we don't sell. I know what they look like and I know what they are because we sold them at my last store, but we don't sell them at this store. The baguettes that he thought we were buying come from a different vendor entirely and are French baguettes, not brioche baguettes. And so he ordered two boxes of these baguettes that we don't sell. Salem, Oregon, that sounds fun. That could be a fun place to go. This one's like straight cross country. That takes us all the way to New Mexico. That actually seems more fun. That'd be like a nice long trip to take. All the way across the goddamn country. Let's do it, fine. Why does this truck have a chainsaw dangly thing on the rearview mirror? Because I bought it and I hung it up. Because I thought it'd be cute. Wait, is the truck I'm trying to get... Or is the thing I'm trying to get down there? Confused by the map right now. So, you know, the long and short of it is, and another thing, the order that I had placed for that same vendor that came in on Saturday did not get fully put away for some reason, which is not right. It should be put away completely every time. You know, we don't just leave orders sitting around, they get put away. And despite the fact that the entire order did not get put away, he didn't look at what hadn't gotten put away, you know, to see if we needed any of it. So he ordered new boxes of things that were just sitting there, waiting to be put away. So basically, the order was unnecessarily large, had a bunch of things that we didn't need, and just generally wasn't good. But, I mean, you know, to give him a pass, it was his first order like ever. He's never placed an order before ever. He was never a buyer before becoming like a boss. So I can't fault him too much. But the thing I told him, I was like, you know, if it's not on the order guide, we don't need it. Like, he ordered all this unnecessary stuff and things that I had like crossed out, and it was like, if it's not on the order guide, we don't need it ever. I'm very good at keeping my order guides up to date. If it's not on there, we aren't using it, we aren't buying it, don't buy it. So, but he did tell me, he was like, and now that I've done it once, I see how involved this process is. He's like, I want to shadow you one day and you can show me how you do it. So that was, yeah, it was interesting. You know, none of it is like world ending. It was more just amusing. It does kind of fuck up my budget for the rest of the week, and I have to kind of under order in order to get it back under control, because we're like really overspent at the beginning of the week right now. But it was more funny than anything. So what have you been up to, Microwave? Besides getting bitches, unlike the rest of us maidenless fuckers. Wow, that guy really just did not slow down at all, did he? Listen, I kinda I kind of pulled out early there, and I knew that. But generally speaking, when you pull out in front of the AI, they slow down eventually. That guy in that truck did not slow down at all. He slammed right into me. Well, that's my fault for assuming the AI would be intelligent. You know, that's my fault for assuming the AI, the artificial intelligence would be artificially intelligent. My bad. Went to a cat cafe, and the trains were all... Oh, geez, I'm about to crash into this fucker. We're all messed up, so I was traveling for 9 hours in total. Oh, that... I mean, for a cat cafe, I'm sure it ended up being worth it, but that doesn't sound all that worth it. The AI is like a real driver. They honestly, like, one thing that they could do with this game, just to, like, add that, like, you know, it's a simulator, just to add that, like, simulation experience, is to start having AI that just intentionally fuck up and, like, will just, like, rear end the shit out of you, or stop, or, like, slam on the brakes in front of you, or pull out when they shouldn't. But if they were to do that, they'll need to implement a way for the game to tell whether or not an accident is your fault. Because right now, anytime an accident happens, you get a fine. Doesn't matter whether or not it was your fault. You always get a fine. You're always the one at fault in that situation. So if they were to, like, program the AI to occasionally just fuck up, they would need to program a way for the game to tell if it was your fault or not. And that's probably a lot harder than it sounds. I also met my friend, so it was worth it. I was just mostly daydreaming in the train. Should have been watching my Chainsaw Man video again. Watch it twice. Watch it 3 times. Give it extra watch time. Give me money. I'm greedy. This sunrise over here looks really pretty. That, like, pink against the blue sky. That's really cute. I think I'm moving housing supplies right now. I think I'm contracted with a construction company right now, so I think I'm moving housing supplies across half the country. My phone battery was actually dying. Oh. Well, you should have been more prepared. You always got to be prepared to have a few hours to sit and watch Captain Mac. What can I say? This is all on you. I somehow saw 3 separate bachelorette parties in the train. That's nuts. That's got to be like a record. How many fucking are they partying in the train, or were they just kind of like traveling between locations or whatever? I'd assume they were traveling, but I also really like the idea of somebody having a bachelorette party in the train. That's, like, really amusing to me. Two of them were just chatting. One of them was actually blasting music and singing and drinking. Oh, that sounds like a nuisance. You gotta love it. This game is so relaxing to play. Just sit back, turn the wheel, don't rear end anybody. You wouldn't think it'd be relaxing because you're driving a fucking semi, but since it's a video game, you don't have to actually, like, not fuck up. You can fuck up if you want to. It's totally fine. No one's gonna care. Is one hell of a nuisance? I would hate them. I'd be sitting there, like, seething. I wouldn't say anything because I'm anxious and socially inept, but I would be seething. Oh shit. I thought the speed limit just went up to 55, but it's actually 60. Or sorry, I thought the speed limit just went up to 65, but it was actually 65 for non-truckers, because us truckers, we're a what's the word I'm looking for? They're racist towards truckers. That's what I'm trying to say. I forgot what word I was actually looking for, but that's the point I was trying to make. Something's very pretty there. We're getting, like, a really nice sunrise. They updated this game's graphic engine or lighting engine in the last couple years, and actually, I know they're making like a big change. They're like because this game is super old at this point. This game came out in like 2016, I think, and so they're releasing new DLC that is like higher graphics settings, more like detailed and all that compared to what they were capable of doing in 2016 when this game was actually released. So I know they're going through and they're like reworking areas of the game. Like California is like one of the areas of the game that's in by default. You don't have to buy for a DLC, and they're like reworking all of it to like make it look nicer, which is cool. They clearly care a lot about this game. When I saw the third party, I offered up my seat to them to sit together. They thought I was so nice, when really I just didn't want to hear them. That's fun. I went to my coworker, not anymore, his last day was on Saturday. He stopped working at the store I work at because he and his wife are opening up a food truck. They're doing a barbecue food truck. And so they invited a bunch of people from work over to like test their product and like see the truck and all that, which was cool. And so I decided to go because number one, I really like that guy and I like his wife. I used to work with her too. She quit a while back, but she was our receiver. So I decided to go, get some barbecue, see their truck, because I think like food trucks are super cool. That's such like a cool business to get into, and I'm super excited for them. So I really wanted to see their truck, and I wanted to try out their food because I'm a big barbecue fan. And there was like 4 other. So mind you, this was like they had a the time window they put was 2 to 6 o'clock, right? So immediately I was like, I'm not going to be there at 2. I don't want to be there when most people are there because I don't like being around other people. And so I came around like 3:45, like almost halfway through, and there was only like 4 or 5 other people there, and one of them was someone I work with directly, and the other person was someone I'm friends with, so that worked out well. There wasn't too many people I was uncomfortable around, but nonetheless, picture me sitting there for like an hour and a half, basically just not saying a fucking word. Like I contributed to conversation here and there, but I'm so like awkward and uncomfortable that I'm always like the guy who just sits there and observes. I don't really like contribute to conversation much, and I felt super awkward. But at the same time, it was still nice. They have a really nice house. We were just like sitting outside. It was a really nice day, sitting outside, eating barbecue, talking about stuff. It was fun. But man, every time I like go out with a group of people, I'm like made that much more aware of just how unbelievably socially awkward I am. That like I can't just pipe up in the middle of a conversation. That's too much for me. That is too much. I have to be directly engaged in order to contribute to the conversation. Like my friend who was there, she's a very talkative, extroverted person. And so she would occasionally turn to me and ask me a question or talk to me about what was going on. And that's when I would talk. But I was not joining in without like being prompted to. I don't know why I'm this way. I just kind of am. I think like the only reason I feel like bad about that side of me is that I don't want people to think that I'm like not enjoying myself. I don't want like the people that were there to like be like, oh, Mac didn't really seem like he enjoyed himself. Maybe we shouldn't like invite him to other things. He seems like he came mostly out of obligation. I don't want them to think that, because I had a nice time, and I like hanging out with a lot of those people. But I can tell just from the outside, I didn't look like I was enjoying myself. I'm also rather reserved, but at my major, everyone is more reserved, so I'm at least reserved and have to do the talk. Really? That's hilarious. I am the least reserved person in a group of reserved people. That's funny. I think if you listen with a smile and just nod a lot, you get away with it. Yeah, I'm not great at like smiling. I sit there with like not like a frown, but I sit very dead-faced a lot of the time. It's definitely like part of the reason people can't really gauge how I'm feeling a lot. Like, people ask me a lot of time, like, are you feeling okay? You seem really off. And I'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm having a great day. And it's just the way that I am. Webcam is out of sync. Is it? Oh, shit. I might have forgotten to fix the audio. Thank you, Dave. Because the last time I was streaming, I was playing on console and audio and video, and I remembered to not delay the video, but I guess I forgot to undelay the audio. My bad. You have a lovely smile, though. I have a lopsided smile. I smile more out of one side of my face than the other. I should just accept the compliment. Thank you, Microwave. That's very kind of you to say. You know me, I'm not good at accepting compliments. I think my smile is awkward. I don't like looking at it. Dave, how are you today? What up, Tenopa? Are we still in New Mexico? No, I'm heading to New Mexico. Where am I right now? Am I heading to I'm not heading to fucking New Mexico, am I? Where the hell am I going? This is New Mexico. Where is this? No, that is New Mexico. I'm a fucking idiot. This is Nevada. We're in Nevada right now. Tonopah, Nevada. I'm trying here, Microwave. I'm trying to be more. I'm just trying. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. And I want a little recognition for that, goddammit. Oh my god, the speed limit just keeps going down. Please. I can't go this slow. I have a deadline. I have a deadline. What are you doing to me? I don't care about your goddamn residential district. I don't care if there are children crossing the road here. I have a delivery to make. Okay? Okay? Are we on the same page about that? Delivery. Housing materials. Someone's house needs to be built. Do you understand? What aren't you getting about this? Tonopah, Nevada. Thank you, Microwave. I have been like, it's been like a whole thing. This has been like a thing for a couple weeks now. I've been like consciously trying to not be that like super quiet, super reserved person. And not at all because I think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with being a quiet person or not engaging with others too much. But I don't really have any friends here. And it's getting kind of sad. Like I was thinking like, my lease at this apartment will be up next March, and I don't have a great affection for this apartment, so I'd like to move when my lease is up. But I was thinking about it and I was like, I'd have to hire movers. I don't know anybody that I'd feel comfortable asking to help me move here. I'm not close enough with anybody here to do that. And yeah, just in general, like I wouldn't mind having some more social things to do around here so I could have a reason to like check out the restaurants or check out the sites or whatever, and whatever. When do you pick up a lot lizard? I got a little while before I need to stop and take a nap, but usually around then, Mike. Get into a marching band, loads of friends there. I don't know how many marching bands there are that one can be a part of without being a high schooler or a college student. Also, I can't play any instruments. So there's that. And if I'm in a marching band, I'm going to be going to fucking marching band practice all the time. And then who's going to stream for you guys? I know how depressed you get when I don't stream. I know how upsetting that is. Just pretend. I'll play the drums, but I won't actually hit the drums. I'll be like 1 millimeter away from it, and it won't make a sound. And if anybody like with a really good ear is paying attention, they'll know that one of the drums is not participating, but they won't necessarily know who, because it'll look like I'm playing. Now the real question is how the hell I'm going to get past the audition. Wow, going from like 35 to 70 is like a big difference in a big truck like this. Like you really feel it. I'm like bussing down the road right now. I really hope this game like stays popular and keeps selling for a long time, because they have a lot of the United States still to cover. Like they're working on like the Texas DLC right now, which is like, I mean, I guess they're getting close to finishing like 2/3 of the country, but like I want to get to like some of the western places. I want to like drive my truck through Chicago and shit like that. And I also want to see what the East Coast would look like in this game, because like the West Coast, we've seen a lot of it. Seen a lot of it. If you fly me out there to help you move, that I feel like that would be more expensive than just hiring movers, Mike, to be honest with you. Or not, I don't even necessarily need movers. I just need like some big hefty men to come lift boxes into a U-Haul. Wow, we really just went from 70 to 25 in like no time at all. No audition, just show up for practice and be buddy-buddy with everybody. See, that would be hard. That would be hard because, again, I am the kind of person that I am. That, like, I think, like, I more than anything, I don't necessarily need to work on, like, how I interact with people, because I think generally people like me. Generally, I think people like me. That's not the issue. The issue is my perception. My perception is the real problem. I always, like, am afraid that I'm bothering people. Like, when I get to work, like, there's this, I actually have a great example. There's a guy I work with, and I talked very briefly with him about the From Software games. Like, after I finished Demon's Souls, I was talking to him about Demon's Souls a little bit. And I was like, oh, I'm going to play Elden Ring. I'll tell you about it when I get into it. And I haven't spoken to him once about Elden Ring since then. Not one time. Not one single time. Because every time I think about talking to him about Elden Ring, I'll like look at him and be like, he's in the middle of something. I don't want to bother him right now. Meanwhile, like, if he were to talk to me about Elden Ring, I'd be fine with like pausing what I'm doing and chatting for a bit. Like, I'm not that busy that I can't stop and talk about Elden Ring for a minute. Has anyone ever said you're bothering them? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't know where it comes from. It's just, I just have a weird perception of people and conversations. I'm always afraid that like people are being too nice. You know, I'm always afraid that like people are only being nice to me because of like obligation, because like we work together and they can't not be nice to me or something like that. Like if they had a chance to, they tell me they find me really annoying. Can't you just ask, are you in the middle of something? Yes, but what if they're just being nice when they say that they aren't in the middle of something and they're like, oh no, I have a second. What then? What then? Why is this truck going so slow? He's going like 65. I don't know if I have time to get around, and there's not enough of a clearance over this curve for me to see if there's another vehicle coming. Oh, I think I might have just seen something. I was going to go for it, but I think I might have just seen something. But if you hire movers, you'd miss out on hanging out with me. I would also miss out on having to buy you a round-trip plane ticket and pay for a U-Haul. You know, generally I just want to do one or two of those things. One of those things at a time. Oh boy, this person's going real slow. Oh, the speed limit's about to drop and I'm trying to pass, fuckers. Oh, I can't pass here. There's a no passing zone. Oh! 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 Let's just drop that speed limit right down. Just slam on the brakes as soon as I get in front of somebody. What an asshole. But if they have an issue with you, they can just say it or die mad about it. I think talking for 5 minutes is fine. You're right. That's the thing. You're right. It's all my perception. It's all my perception of that situation that's fucking it up. I'm wrong. I know that I'm wrong. I know that I'm not really bothering people. But goddamn, getting my mind around that fact sure ain't working. I mean, listen, that little maneuver there may have been dangerous, but I did not crash into anybody, and I didn't get any tickets. That's all I care about. Isn't such perception connected to low self-worth? Are you even shocked? Are you even remotely surprised that I have low self-worth? You hear how I talk about myself. And yeah, it's a little bit hyperbole. But come on. There's a little bit of truth in every form of hyperbole. So you got to work on your self-worth or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. I feel like my self-worth is connected to how other people view me, which is probably why I feel fine talking and being loud and noisy and stupid on stream, because you guys think I'm funny sometimes. But I have no idea what people at work think of me, except that I think a lot of them think I'm nice, because I am nice. I'm a very nice individual. I'm fucking friendly, goddammit. I mean, like, I'm super confident about what I do at work, right? Like, I'm super confident about how I do my job, because my team leader is constantly telling me how awesome she thinks I'm doing and how awesome she thinks I am. For context, like, okay, let's talk about this. I'm super proud of this, by the way. End of month financials, super important stuff. At the end of the month, we have to make sure that our budget balances out. You know, if I'm overspent 1 week, that's fine. But if I'm overspent for the month, that's kind of a problem. That's a bit of an issue, right? So end of month financials, that's important to my work. My boss told me a couple weeks ago, at the end of April, our end of month financials looked like this. Out of the tens of thousands of dollars that I spend, literally Scorpion, thank you very much for the 43-month resub. That's epic. What a gamer. I feel like 43 months was the last time you resubbed, but I might be crazy. Thanks, bro. So, I literally, like, my budget is close to $20,000 a week. It fluctuates based on sales, but I have a budget of close to $20,000 a week. So, $80,000 a month. $80,000 a month I spend. And I was overspent by $8. That's how good I am. That's how good I am. $8 overspent out of 80,000. So I got a lot of praise for that, and I felt really good about myself. And I still feel really good about myself. And that boosts my confidence with my job and makes me feel like, yeah, I'm a good buyer. I know what I'm doing. But since I don't get that kind of feedback from people about me as a person, I just assume the worst, I guess. I think facing your confidence by calling yourself the best guy ever actually kind of works, and then also not making self-deprecating jokes. I'm sure you're right. I mean, I know you're right. I know you are, but I don't ever want to come off as like overconfident or cocky or anything like that. Also, that was a little bit of a flex. Not gonna lie. I'm just super proud of that. I was very impressed with my own performance, much like my boss was. Like, goddamn, $8? $8? I'm that goddamn good. Scorpion, how are you today? What do you got going on? We're talking about self-worth and awkward social interactions. What is your self-worth, Scorpion? Been playing 14 all day? Sounds about right. Las Vegas! Let's take a look. Oh, look at it. Doesn't it look like shit? Oh my god, what a hellhole. What a shithole full of American capitalism. Oh my god. It's Las Vegas, baby. One of the dirtiest places in the United States. Incredible. If you say you are the sexiest motherfucker on the planet, unparalleled, etc., then it should be clear it's a joke, and those who don't get it have self-worth. Have low self-worth. Maybe, but what if someone just isn't getting it? I don't know. Let's not talk about that. This is Vegas, looks like a desert. Las Vegas is actually like a disgusting place. Like, I've never been there. But I know enough about Vegas to not really be interested in going there. Like, it's presented as like this super glamorous, like, oh my god, Casino City, but it's a dirty fucking place. But who cares if they don't get it? Double down. See, that's, you know what I honestly think? You know what I honestly think? I need to just be the person that I am on stream in public. Because I think, like, this version of myself where I'm very unfiltered and I'm just very, like, I'm very like my inner monologue coming out, and I'm like energetic and I do voices or whatever. I feel like that's decently charismatic and entertaining, and I feel like people like that. If I were, and like, that is who I am on the inside. It's not the person I show on the outside, but it is who I am on the inside. And so I think if I can just like force myself to be that person in public more, people would like that. But fuck, getting to that point, that's easier said than done. Because people are used to me being quiet and reserved. If I suddenly start being this person that I am on stream, it's gonna be like fucking whiplash. They're gonna be like, who is this guy? What is happening? I don't get how you can be like, hello internet and little strangers, but so timid IRL. It's simple. It's simple. On the internet, if someone clicks on my stream and doesn't like who I am, they can leave. My coworkers don't have a choice. They have to deal with me. That's the difference. Being in public, what are you, a normie? No, I'm a functioning member of society who has a job, Scorpion. Not that you'd know what that's like. Playing fucking Final Fantasy 14 over there all goddamn day. Bitch. Imagine not getting out of your PJs all day. I don't do that on the weekends. I think you're underestimating coworkers. They can just wriggle out of the convo, and also they don't die. They're a little uncomfy for 50 minutes. But I don't want to make people uncomfortable. They're stuck with me. They have to deal with me every fucking day. They can avoid me, but they'll still have to encounter me at some point, and I don't want them to be like uncomfortable. Jared, how are you today? What's up? We're talking about low self-worth. This is a conversation you'd be a great participant for. Man, I'm just bullying my chatters today. And my friends. You're not caging them for a whole day, it's okay. I don't know. When I get stuck in a conversation with someone I don't like for more than like 2 minutes, I want to run away and scream. I don't want to come off as like unaware or something like that. I don't know. My self-worth isn't at a total rock bottom. That's great. Sometimes it is. So that's great. I'm glad to hear it, Jared. Once you give them the option, they don't take it. It's on them. They are adults. I don't know, Microwave. I feel like you're much more, I don't know, like, you see, I'm overly accommodating. That's my issue. Like, you're being there like, this is me, this is who I am, fuck you if you don't like it. I'm over here like, God, I do not want to make anybody even remotely uncomfortable for even a second. God, I don't want to do that. I don't know. You're a people pleaser? Yeah, I guess so. What was I with the personality quiz thing? An advocate? Was that what it was? That's what I am. I'm an advocate. I want to make other people happy. I don't really care what expense it comes at for me. Which sounds on paper like a good trait, but it's only good sometimes. Because you end up sacrificing yourself a lot. Even right now, I'm kind of doing it. It's very hot in my apartment right now, but I have the AC turned off because it makes a loud noise in the background of the stream, and I don't want to annoy people with that. But some people's emotions can be out of control, and you shouldn't accommodate for something you can't control at the expense of your own happiness. You're right. I know you're right. Is that going to stop me from doing it? Probably not. That's the thing. I admit that most of what you're saying is right and that I'm wrong and that my perception is wrong and all these things. But your brain knowing something and your heart knowing something are very different. What I need to do, literally, what I need to do is I need to treat every, like, first social interaction like I'm talking to someone who's just chatted for the first time in my stream. Because I think I'm good at dealing with people who just joined the stream. I think I'm good at it. I think I can be very welcoming. I think I'm good at engaging people in conversation when they just walked in. That's what I need to do. Am I going to do that? Probably not. Other people opinions on me I care about, and my girlfriend's apparently the people in the Taco Bell drive-thru. That's important. They have valuable opinions. Or you go to therapy and just unravel whatever anxiety people pleaser thing is going on. Yeah, bold of you to assign that I have time or money to go to fucking therapy, Microwave. What are you talking about? This is America. I have to actually pay for medical stuff. You wouldn't get it, European ass. Plus, what if I bother the therapist? You never know. Super! Subbing and clubbing. I thought that said chubbing in my profile view, and I was like, damn, Mike Chubb out here. Thank you for the subscription, Mike. I appreciate that. Give me your free subscription before Amazon inevitably takes it away eventually. Always be nice to food service workers and anyone touching your food. But they work a no job skill. And I have needs. I said that wrong. A no-skill job is what I was trying to say. I fucking hate people who treat it like there are jobs that involve no skill. That's just not a thing. That is not a thing. There are no jobs that don't involve some measure of skill. You think there aren't good and bad Taco Bell workers? You're a fucking idiot. And I hate you. And I want to piss on you. But that has nothing to do with Taco Bell workers. It's just a thing of mine. I should get more water. I'm kind of thirsty. I'm always chubbing. True facts. Mike do be kind of chub over there. But not chubbing the gut. Because we know you're working out. Getting thick. Getting fit. Mike's all about fitness. Fitness cocking his ass. I reached episode 600 of One Piece now. So you're in Punk Hazard right now, I think? Well, you met Virgo, so I assume you're definitely in Punk Hazard. I just don't know if you've, like, cleared Punk Hazard. I assume not. I assume not. This arc is a bit hard to watch because of the children in Punk Hazard. What, just because they're, like, super abused? Or because they're children? Which is a valid reason not to like Punk Hazard. The children are one of my least favorite. Like, I love Punk Hazard for the most part. Like, its Law's introduction, Smoker's there, Caesar, it's really fun to watch him get hurt. I like Virgo, he's super intimidating. But the children are really annoying. Also, Frankie's just in top form throughout all of Punk Hazard. Right now, Caesar took the children back. Okay. Okay, so shit hasn't really hit the fan yet. Well, Microwave, it's supposed to make you uncomfortable. It's child abuse. It does that. I don't know that you should be good with child abuse topics. It's kind of inherently a bad subject. I think I have to stop at this upcoming way station. I'm just gonna slow down and... Ah, these fuckers are going so slow though. Oh, they're about to merge in front of me, aren't they? Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I'm gonna get in front of you before you can merge in front of me. Bitch ass. Slow fucker. Suck on my balls, man. Suck on my balls. The body switching part is really funny though. One of like the top tier bits of all of One Piece. Fucking love that. I love Nami being stuck in Frankie's body. That's just, and Chopper being stuck in, and Frankie being stuck in Chopper's body. Those two things are just so funny. I saw this one screenshot of Smoker sitting daintily and I was wondering what was up with that. Yeah, now you know. Now you know. Why is everybody on this road going so goddamn slow? Again, I have a deadline to make here, other truckers. Can I get on the CB radio like, hey fuckers, can you pick up the pace? I got a delivery to make. You know, can I do that? If any of you have any athlete's foot cream, I can really use some. Stepping on this pedal all day is getting me real itchy. I like how Oda starts the arc and introduces a bunch of stuff where I'm like, there's no way this will make sense, and then it does. You gotta love it. The man's a genius. The man's a genius because no one can ever predict what he does. All these fucking people are constantly theorizing. They come up with these absurd, crazy theories. And a lot of them make sense. A lot of them really do. But then Oda actually reveals what is actually going on, and it's like, oh. Well, no one saw that coming, like, at all. I've read some really compelling theories, but I've learned to just not believe in them. Like I look at theories and I'm like, this is a good way for me to like possibly springboard into my own theories, because whatever is in this theory isn't going to be right. It never is. I don't think I've read a single One Piece theory that ended up being correct. I swear to God, Oda embodies like the they won't know what you're thinking if you don't know what you're thinking sentiment. Because you have to assume that half the shit he comes up with is just like, even to him, it doesn't make sense to some degree. And he's like, I'll figure it out later. I'll explain this later. I enjoy being surprised after watching so many predictable animes. It's great. It's wonderful. The only thing that can be 100% predicted is that Zoro will get lost at some point in pretty much every arc. Zoro's gonna get lost. That's always gonna happen. Oh, am I yawning? Uh-oh. I gotta find somewhere to get sleep and gas. Next chance I get to sleep and get gas, we'll have to do that. Because my little truck driver just yawned. That's a bad sign. All I know is that the Straw Hats aren't dying for now. I feel like they're generally in a constant state of not dead yet. I mean, Brook especially. That man is like definitely not dead, but kind of is. There ought to be gas close to here. I'm sure we're next to a big intersection. Fuck me. Why are you driving so slow? Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Both of you. Well, you're in the fast lane, fucker. You're in the passing lane. Go. Go. Come on. Mac, are you a Weezer fan? Why is Weezer a meme right now? First off, I don't know any Weezer music, so I can't really comment on it, but why is Weezer a meme right now? What's up with that? Where'd that come from? Stop yawning. We'll get you to somewhere to sleep soon. Don't worry about it, bro. Maybe. I could check the map to see the next... I should probably check the map now that we're near a town. Because if I had to pull off into town to go nap, then I have to do that. But... yeah... How far off is that? I should probably just pull off and... Oh, it's such a pain in the booty. Oh! I'll pull off. Just not the best music, but it's got something about it that makes it good. If you say so, bro. First time I heard Weezer, I thought it was Carl Weezer cover. Oh, Jimmy. I'm gonna sing a Weezer song, Jimmy. God, Jimmy Neutron, what a show. Y'all hear they're adding fucking Hugh Neutron to the Nintendo Fighter game? The Nintendo Smash ripoff, they're adding Hugh Neutron. Also, did you guys see the trailer for that what is it, the Warner Bros. Smash ripoff? And how they're adding like Super Saiyan Shaggy as a character. You gotta love. I feel like Shaggy has supplanted Scooby-Doo as the mascot of Scooby-Doo. Like, if this game was coming out 5 years ago, Scooby-Doo would have been the Scooby-Doo fighter in the Warner Bros. Fighting game. But because of the Shaggy 1% power meme, Shaggy's the fighter. You know that's why they're doing it. They wouldn't do it otherwise. It's because of the memes. I have to read some stinky uni papers now. Bye, trucker. Bye, microwave. Have fun being not socially inept. Shaggy is the strongest. He is, like, the most capable of fighting, I feel. Did anybody watch the Creator Clash boxing game? Boxing matches? Sean and I watched that together on Saturday. I've never watched like a boxing match live before, but I understand the appeal now. It was very fun to watch. We were getting really into it. It was pretty pog. I agree. Dude, Ryan's fight, Ryan McGee, that was such a fucking crazy fight. You haven't heard about this? iDubbbz set up like a boxing event where a bunch of YouTubers all boxed. It's fucking nuts. Michael Reeves beat the piss out of some real estate YouTuber. It was fucking great. And Ryan McGee, only other creator besides like the title match, iDubbbz versus Dr. Mike, that didn't end in a technical knockout. Ryan made it all the way to the end, and he was a fucking champ. His nose was beat to hell. He got the shit kicked out of him. But he tanked it. He tanked it like nobody's business, and I'm so proud of that boy. Was KSA or Jake Paul there? No. It was actually a good event with like funny YouTubers. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more water. Let's see. There was Matt Watson versus Dad. That was a hilarious fight. Matt Watson got TKO'd in 22 seconds into round 1. 22 seconds. I feel like his boxing match was shorter than his first time having sex, honestly. It was hilariously, it was a hilarious beatdown. But also, I couldn't have done any better. Dad came out swinging, and he fucked them up. Then there was Ryan versus Alex Ernst. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he does. But that was a great match. Only one of the only matches, one of only 2 matches throughout the entire night to actually go all 5 rounds. Every other one ended in a TKO. But he ended up losing because, I mean, like, Ryan was tanking hits like nobody's business, but he wasn't throwing a lot out, and the ones that he was throwing out didn't hit that hard, unfortunately. But he was an absolute champ. That was a wonderful fight. He was looking like a goddamn anime protagonist at the end of the bout, you know? He was like, it was nuts. Third fight of the night. I don't remember what the third fight was. I'm sure it was between a couple people that I didn't know. Then there was Minx, who's a streamer, versus some woman named Yodeling Haley, I think it was. She's a TikToker. I knew going in Minx was gonna win that fight. Like, I'd seen a lot of her like training stuff. She was going nuts. And also, she's like a very angry person in general. So I had a feeling she was gonna do well, and she did. Yodeling Haley, like, she got some good hits in. But every time, like, you look back on the playback, and Minx was just tanking them. Like, she'd get punched in the face and wouldn't move an inch. She'd just keep throwing them out as she went. Yodeling Haley came out of that mess with the bloodiest face of anyone out of the night, besides maybe Ryan. Minx kicked the shit out of her. It was great. Then Michael Reeves versus some guy, Graham something. He's like a real estate slash investment YouTuber. 2 little guys, both 5'3", just little men in the boxing match. Michael was quick as hell. He was like, he'd like get a quick jab in, and then he'd back out before Graham could counter back. It was crazy. Michael did a really good job. I think he TKO'd him in the 2nd round. He was nuts. That was a nuts fight. Then, let's see. There was James from Odd Ones Out, and I did a thing. I don't know what thing he does. I don't know what his YouTube is. But some crazy Australian dude. Only one of them, everyone else had like boxing shorts on for their fight. I did a thing wore fucking like khaki shorts to his fight, which was hilarious. And also, he kicked the shit out of the Odd Ones Out. That was like a round 2 TKO 2, I think. He got like a real solid hit on him in the first round and just like knocked him out for the rest of the night. There was AB from the H3 podcast, which I have no goddamn clue who that is, versus a guy named Hundar from Muscle Party, who I also have no idea who the fuck that is. But I liked Hundar. Hundar was this like monolith of a man, massive muscles bulging out the ass. He was like shaved headed with this like crazy beard going on. Dude straight up looked like Kratos. He straight up looked like fucking Kratos. And his like all of his like boxing gear was Spartan themed. It was perfect. It was perfect. And Hundar, you're right, Jarrett. Hundar was a fucking tank. AB was going crazy on him. He kept hitting him. AB was faster than Hundar by a lot. But Hundar was he was playing the long game. He didn't come out aggressive. A lot of fighters, they came out really aggressive and they burnt themselves out really early into the match. Hundar, just for the first few rounds, just kept taking it. He didn't throw a lot out. He just kept taking it. And AB would hit him and he wouldn't move. He would stand there like a fucking obelisk. You couldn't move the man. I had no idea who Hundar was before the fight started, but I was like a fan of him by the end of the fight. And then in the last couple rounds, he like started getting more active, started getting more aggressive. And when he did hit, it looked like it hurt. It looked like it hurt. Hundar that was a crazy fight. That was so fun. That man, oh, I was in shock of like the pure raw testosterone on display during that fight. And then What else was there? What else was there? I'm trying to think. See, a lot of the fights were between creators that I didn't know. There was Eric from Internet Comment Etiquette, which is a channel I've heard of but I haven't watched, against some guy named DJ something. I don't know who that guy is either. That was like a TKO in the second round. Eric kind of got the shit kicked out of him there. He got like almost like actually knocked out in the second round before the TKO was called. He like went down on one knee and everything. He didn't throw a lot out. He just kind of took him, and he took him hard too. Aaron Hansen, Ego Raptor from Game Grumps versus Harley from Epic Mealtime. Aaron had the card stacked against him there. I feel like he actually did surprisingly well. Harley's like this giant, like 6'5" dude. There was like a 30-pound weight difference between them. And Harley just like, he just kicked the shit out of him. I mean, Aaron, like, he put up with it much better than I was expecting at the beginning of the fight. 65-pound difference? Yeah, that's insane. He is insane to get in the fucking in the fucking boxing ring with that wide of a weight difference. Like, you could see it too in the fight. Like, Aaron was going fully for body shots. He didn't even try to punch Harley in the face, because even though he's only like, I think he was like 3 or 4 inches shorter than him, you just like you saw the difference between the two, and they were like if Aaron went for his face, he wouldn't have reached. Like, his accuracy would have been all off. Harley could have easily blocked it. So Aaron was stuck going entirely for body shots, which aren't going to be doing as much damage as face shots. And Harley just had this great angle to smack Aaron in the face, and so Aaron lost. But I commend him for what he did. And then the title match versus iDubbbz versus Dr. Mike. The only other fight besides Ryan McGee's to actually last all 5 rounds, no TKO. That was an interesting match to watch. I expected iDubbbz to do better, to be honest, but he also didn't do bad. He was aggressive. He was aggressive as hell. He threw out a lot of punches, but the ones he landed just weren't doing that much damage. Like, Dr. Mike, like, he was throwing less punches but with a lot more accuracy. And like by round 2, Ian was like wobbling. His nose was bleeding. He looked worn out already. Like, Dr. Mike just really overwhelmed him. Like, props for making it through the whole match. And, you know, he did a lot better than a lot of the other people who were boxing that night, because again, he actually made it through all 5 rounds. But I think he got beat too bad in the beginning of the fight, and just he must have been like lightheaded and just couldn't focus for the rest of it, because like he looked like shit. He looked like shit by the end of it. Isn't iDubbbz like super skinny? Not anymore. He beefed the fuck up for this. He put this whole thing together. The lore of this. So iDubbbz and RiceGum have like a big feud online. And RiceGum saw how well like YouTuber boxing matches were doing, and so he challenged iDubbbz, and iDubbbz called his bluff and was like, yeah, let's do it. Spent like a year training, beefing up, getting good at boxing, and then RiceGum just like dodged him and pussied out. So he decided, all right, fine, well, I've already put in all this work. So he put together this whole creator clash, got a bunch of other YouTubers together to fight, and he was the title match. And, you know, again, I feel like he did pretty well, all things considered, but like the difference between how Dr. Mike and iDubbbz came out of that fight was like night and day. Dr. Mike had some damage, sure, but iDubbbz was like bleeding like crazy. He looked fucked up as hell. He looked just messed up. But yeah, it was fun as hell. I actually really enjoyed it. I was kind of like, I wasn't planning to watch the match, or I wasn't planning to watch this whole thing, but then Sean was like, hey, I got tickets. Do you want to watch it with me? And I was like, sure. Sure, why not? That sounds fun. And I ended up loving it. It was so much fun. I have like an actual interest in boxing as a sport now. It was entertaining as hell. There were talks at the very end of the night about like possibly doing like a Creator Clash 2, and I would love to see that. I want to see Ryan in the ring again. I want to see him go at it again. Because like number one, Ryan is like pretty self-conscious about his weight. He's never been like the healthiest guy on Super Mega, but like he thinned the fuck out for this fight. He was built. He looked so good. He looked so healthy, and to see him do so well in the ring, like I feel like it'd just be a good hobby for him to like keep his weight down and like keep himself healthy. I want to see Ryan in the ring again. How about you being the second one? I'd be down for it. I was talking on the podcast. What was it? A couple weeks ago. What is going on here? Oh, I see. I was talking on the podcast about how I want to get ripped whenever I get big, so I look like the antithesis of a manga YouTuber. I'd do it. I'd be totally down. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, who would I want to fight? I think I had someone I wanted to fight, but I don't remember who it was now. I don't like the cheap shots Dr. Mike did, though. That's true. That one, when like he tapped the gloves and then immediately went for a swing, that was fucked up. That wasn't cool at all. That was super cheap. But even considering that, like, I feel like he just honestly fought better. He went for a lot of clinches too, though. Like Sean thought it was. It's kind of hard to tell when you're watching it. Sean thought it was Idols, but I thought it was a lot of Dr. Mike. Like I feel like Dr. Mike got him where he wanted him in terms of damage, and then just kept clinching, so that iDubbbz didn't have a chance to get any punches back out, and that's kind of cheap too. I don't know if I'm using the terminology right. I don't know if it's called clinches, but they kept referring to it as going for a clinch, so. I don't know boxing terminology. I don't even know the rules. I don't know how the scoring is weighted. I don't know what decided who won, except that like most fights were won by a TKO. Like I don't know why Alex Ernst won over Ryan McGee. They both did really well in the fight. I don't know what was the deciding factor. I just know it was fun to watch some guys beat the shit out of each other. And I had a lot more time. I had a lot more fun of a time than I was expecting to. I was getting pretty into it by the end. Actually, I was getting really into it in the beginning, during that Ryan McGee fight. Because I'm a Super Mega fan. I love Super Mega. They're good boys. And I was sad to see Ryan lose, but because he did so well. Matt's fight was just pathetic, though. It was funny. It was funny, but it was pathetic. But again, I couldn't have done better. Here's the thing. If Matt could have survived that first round, I think he could have been okay. Because Dad came swinging out the gates. He was so aggressive. He was the most aggressive fighter of the entire night. And every other fighter that we saw be aggressive in the first round was totally burnt by the third round. Every like Minx did it too. Minx was super aggressive in the first round, and then she had to like for the rest of the rounds kind of be really defensive and throw punches when she could, just to like make it through the rest of the rounds, because she did so well in the first round that as long as she kept that like advantage, she was gonna be fine. But she exhausted herself after like the second round. And so since Dad was the most aggressive fighter we saw that entire night, I think if Matt could have survived that first round, he would have had a much better chance, because Dad would have exhausted himself. He was going so hard. But like that one replay they kept showing of Dad clocking Matt with that left hook, that was so painful. You could feel it. It's like it's like defending wouldn't have worked for Matt. He had to have dodged better. If he dodged better, if he'd been able to dodge and make it through that first round, I think it would have been a much better place. But he just got overwhelmed right away. I'm about to rear end the shit out of this truck. Maybe. No, we're good. I feel bad for Matt. Like, he put in, like... I feel bad for Matt, because he put in, like, months of work. And, like, you could tell he did, like, put on some muscle for this. But he just got fucked in that first round. He really did. Breaker Natzos goes for the title. Yeah, Mike's going to fight Michael Reeves because they're about the same height, 5'3". And I'll fight Matt since I'm only 2 inches shorter than him and he's tiny as well. Boom. There you go. Call us iDubbbz. We're an unknown fucking podcast. We'll really bring in the viewers. Break Room Nachos goes for the title in Creator Clash 2.0. Let's go. First time I got full on smashed in the face and rocked, I realized I can never box as a hobby. It looks so painful. Like, you just see how dazed they get after like a really solid hit. And it's like, oh, fuck, dude. It's bad. I think I just ran somebody over. What was that speed number I just hit? Oh, I only have 4 hours left on this trip. Man, I have been talking nonstop for the past like hour and a half. I wasn't even like thinking about the job I was doing. That's what I love about this game. I can just like chat about whatever and just not think about it while I drive. It's really nice. But yeah, Mike, maybe there is a sport I'm interested in. Maybe I'll get into boxing. Probably not. I'm probably too lazy to like go out of my way to actually learn about it and like watch matches or whatever. But I did enjoy it. I really liked it. I understand. I understand why people like boxing. I never really got wrestling because I'm not into like the whole like scripted thing. I understand why people like it. I think it can be very entertaining, but it's just kind of, it comes off as very campy and goofy to me in a way that I don't really like. But boxing, on the other hand, boxing's fucked up. Boxing is like, oh. Jimmy, how are you today? How you feeling? Better-ish, but still struggling some. Fucking sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. It's lame. Seems like this illness is really rocking you. You've been sick for a bit. Are you like getting time off from work, or are they kind of being like, you've been out a while? Oh, we got some kind of slowdown up here. What's going on? Ah, that fucking road is closed. Where are we going now then? Let's see. If this is closed, then this is going to be closed most likely. Damn, that's like a really big detour. Fuck. And this isn't like a... It's gonna have me loop back around, which is gonna be really time consuming just to find out if I can even get back on the highway, which is probably a no. We're probably just gonna have to go for the detour. How much is gonna add to my time? That adds 2 hours. Hang on. What if I go this way? That adds almost 2 hours to this trip. That fucking sucks. Damn it. That's not Montana? What are you talking about? It absolutely is. They totally put Montana into this game already. It's definitely not a DLC that's actively being worked on. You know what? I'm going to try to keep going. I'm going to try to... Wait, no. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to go that way. That would be very bad. I'm tempted to loop back around and see if I can get back on the highway here. Let me see. Let me see what happens. Let's see. If I loop back around, I feel like I'll ultimately save time. Because even if it's still closed from this side, I can then go this way, which will cost me more time than just committing to this direction here. But I want to see if it's like closed fully or what. Because it'll, you know, it's going to cost me a lot of time to go on this full ass detour. We're about to find out. How you doing today, Jess? Fucking weird virus. They don't care about the time I've had to take off, but I don't like being homesick and saying fuck off. Fuck all. My boss is really understanding and told me to go home today and sent me home with some herbal tea and raw honey. Oh, that's nice. That's good to hear. At least you have that. My day sucked. That's lame. Sorry to hear that. I hope it's doing better now. I might be getting... I think I'm getting off this exit because I have to turn around. How many hours do I have left on this job? I'm always way ahead of schedule. See, I still have 27 hours left. So no matter what, no matter how long the detour... Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? I'm not in any rush. I got plenty of time. Let's just take the detour. Who cares? I'm being such a baby. Why do I even care? I'm just wasting time anyway. This game is literally like just occupy my mind and occupy the screen visually so I can have a just chatting stream. That's what this is. You get that, right? This is my ploy. This is a just chatting stream, except I'm playing American Truck Simulator in the background. You get that, right? You fucking idiot. Do you not understand my ploys? I mean, like, go back. Go re-watch the first hour and 20 minutes of the stream. How much of those hour and 20 minutes did I actually talk about the game? I was talking about fucking boxing for like half an hour. This little car, this little minivan is surprisingly loud. I'm just training for the day that I eventually do an IRL driving stream where I just drive my car around town and talk and then inevitably get banned off of Twitch for violating safety policies. It's gonna be great. And then I'll sign a contract with Mixer and I'll be a Mixer streamer. Let's go! How many of you would follow me if I started streaming on Mixer? Would you move to Mixer just to watch me, or would you be like, well, fuck it, I don't want to go to Mixer for this shit ass streamer? Ukraine truck, Ukraine truck, Ukraine truck. I don't use Twitch for anything else. Let's go. I don't think Microwave does either. She doesn't watch any other streamers. Imagine creating a Twitch account just to watch Captain Mech. That's kind of cringe. gotta get off on this exit. I gotta kind of cut this other truck off. No big deal. I would find out of your mind as I am a figment of your imagination, or would my imagination create an account for you on Mixer? Who knows? I mean, if my imagination created you to watch me on Twitch, then why wouldn't I just imagine you moving over to Mixer to watch me there? Doesn't make any sense. Try to adjust my seating without having to pause the game. I'm driving in the other lane a little bit. It's no big deal. There's no other cars coming. Nobody's driving on this dead ass road. This game, they call this game American Truck Simulator, but it's kind of more like sore ass after driving too long simulator. That's what I really get out of this. Just like IRL, exactly. They're simulating the real experience, and I'm not talking about the truck driving real experience. I'm talking about the real sore ass experience. They could also call this "getting fucked in the ass" simulator, and it would be ultimately correct. I'm sorry about your ass, Mac. Me too. Also, I lose my 43-month streak, so no. What? The only reason you watch me is to maintain your streak? That's kind of fucked up. But also, I don't care because I'm getting money. I got paid the other day, by the way. Thanks, losers. Appreciate it, idiots. Especially you, Austin, tier 3 sub ass. Appreciate you, dummy. Going for 100, baby? Let's go. My sub expires tomorrow, and so does my Amazon. What? Resubscribe today! Before it's too late! You won't let me? There's 1 day left. Ah! Why couldn't you have subbed 1 day earlier in the first place, dummy? I always forget to give Mac my prime sub, so I just sub for real. That's an alpha Chad move. What a gamer. He gets upset by it. You don't understand. You don't understand. I want money. I'm greedy. How about you get some tier 3 maidens on your dick? I do. His name's Austin. Good old Marzak the Mad. Were you here when I got tier 3 sub, Scorpion? It was funny. I was making fun of my chat for being poor, and that prompted him to prove me wrong by giving me $25. It was great. You yelled at me for spending money on you, lol. That's because you shouldn't spend money on me, but also give me all your money. Haha. Why is there a stop sign here? I don't want to hear about your financial problems, my Scorpion. I just want your money. Ah! That scared the shit out of me. Jesus, Jimmy. Seriously, the fucking AI in this game does not understand stop signs, like, at all. Like, if there was one of them stopped at one of the cross sections right now, they would go for it until I got in their way, and then they'd stop.
These nuts.
Should have never added the D's Nuts emote, or the D's Nuts channel point reward. Everybody uses it constantly. Hey, yo, stop these nuts. Why would I want to stop these? The ha is so loud. Speaking of tired, I wonder if the extra 2 hours on this trip will make it so I can't make this trip. I should be okay. We have 3 hours left. It's like halfway up the sleep meter. Should be alright. Yawning like an IRL trucker too. What can I say? I'm going to run into a family of 5 in a small sedan just because I'm a sleepy boy. And then I'll blame the company I work for not treating us right, which is a true thing that should be talked about. Look at this cute, like, mountain we're coming up on the right side. That's nifty. I really like that. This sign says I should slow down to 35. I'm going to go ahead and ignore that, so if I crash and run off the bridge, just know that's exactly why that happened. It all worked out. Don't worry about it, fellas. Why is there a fucking stop sign up here? Ugh. Why you gotta do this to me? Get out of the way! I hate you! It's gonna be such a pain in the ass to turn left here. Not only do I have to wait for 2 lanes of traffic to chill out, but I have to like wait for an opening on this side of the street too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull out into traffic, and if they don't slow down, then we get in an accident, and that's their own fault because they didn't slow down. It all worked out. See, sometimes my stupid driving ideas are smarter than they sound on paper. What if I just like rammed my truck into this guardrail here? Like, do you think they have it set up so the guardrail breaks and I can like go drive out into the wilderness? Or do they have it set up so the guardrails are like bedrock from Minecraft and just cannot be busted down? And instead my truck would just flip and I'd go over it, and it would probably just damage all of my cargo and blacklist me within the truck driving industry. Indestructible is my call. That's kind of what I'm thinking too, but I really don't know. Why are the stoplights sideways? I don't know. I see this in like some parts of the game. No. I think it is. I think like some parts of the country do have this, because I only see it in some parts of the game, which makes me think that it's like local ordinance in some areas. I don't know. That's purely speculation on my part. But it's a bit weird, yeah. It's a bit weird. Speaking of traffic lights, did you know that they're a lot taller than they look? Like, you look at like a traffic light and you see it up on those things, and they look pretty small. Like, if just looking at a traffic light, I'd assume it to be like 2 to 3 feet tall. They're like 5.5 feet tall. They're like a person tall. Traffic lights are fucking huge. I did not know that. Yeah, they're big. Like, go look up like a picture of a traffic light next to a person. They're gigantic. They might be taller than you. I wouldn't be hugely shocked. That's what she said. I guess I can. It'd be hyperbole. Or would it? See, either what I just said references that I have a cock so large that it would be longer than an adult woman, or that the person I'm sleeping with would in fact be very small, which is not an idea that I like. So I take back what I just said. But I can't take back what I said because I'm on the internet, and this is archived forever on my VOD channel. And sometime like 5 years from now, someone's gonna go through watching all of my American Truck Simulator streams, trying to find anything that they can use, any fodder they can use to cancel me, and that's what they're gonna find. Now, mind you, there's much worse fodder in other areas, so I'm kind of just screwed either way. But let's talk about your favorite hentai tag. What? Tell me what you think my favorite hentai tag is gonna be. Tell me what you think my favorite hentai tag is. Sorry, that was a weird way of phrasing that. I was gonna say that was tame. I've said some pretty bad things. I'm going to go ahead and say right here that everything I've ever said has been ironic and not real. Even the things that seemed really emotional and really true to me, it was all just a joke. I'm just controlling you the whole time. There. Now save this clip, and anytime someone wants to cancel me, just play it nonstop. Tall girl / femdom. I do like femdom. That's not my favorite. Tentacles is definitely not my favorite. Jared likes femdom. You know Jared likes femdom. Androgynous? I don't think that's a hentai tag, to be honest. No, it probably is. It probably is. I don't think that's a very popular one though. Then again, there's like a million hentai tags, so there's lots of them that don't have a lot of popularity, but they're there. I mean, shit, that one we looked up that one time had an apron tag. Apron. 100% I ain't ashamed. Neither should you be. Neither should you be. Everything is anti-tag if you try hard enough. That is true. That is accurate. In which case, my favorite hentai tag is One Piece also. No, it isn't. But that is definitely a hentai tag. There is so much Nami and Robin hentai. It's insane. Not really my no, it doesn't really float my boat. Because every like One Piece hentai they give them just absolutely absurd, stupid milkers. And you guys know I'm more of a flat chest kind of guy, so that's not for me. Just like everything is a dildo if you rave enough. Also true. Feminization, not one I'm that interested in, to be honest. You guys are pretty bad at this. I honestly feel like my favorite should be pretty obvious. Then again, I do say it as a joke a lot. TBH One Piece hentai is mid as fuck. That's also true. No, Jared. Don't even say that word in this chat. That's how I get banned. That's how you get banned. That's how all of us get banned. We get banned just for viewing that word. Vanilla? I mean, I like vanilla. I'm not against vanilla. But vanilla is way too broad. Vanilla can cover just about anything, really. I mean, I guess that isn't true, but it's vanilla or it's not, but now the real question is whether or not I'll even admit it when you get it right, or if I'll just keep it to myself. I give up. That's good enough for me. Plot twist. My favorite tag is ugly bastard. Unless you're like into NCR Monster Girls, I got nothing. Fuda. Fuda's pretty good. Fuda's pretty good. I do like me some Fuda. I'm honestly like, there's a fine line. There's a fine line when it comes to Monster Girls where it's like, there's too monstery and there's not monstery enough. You gotta find the in between for that to be worth it. IMO. Okay, it's Yaoi. True. Actually true. If you like Fuda but no tit, that's just a guy. First of all, that's not true. Second of all, that's not true. I don't have anything else to say. You strike me as a kind of guy who hasn't really investigated the Fuda tag, Scorpion. You don't understand. Bullshit, you know. Pixar didn't have Move, fucker! Get out the fucking way, you crane truck! I'm about to invade this truck and cap the fucking driver if he doesn't get out of the goddamn way. Oh my god, he's actually just not moving. I probably gotta wait. I probably gotta wait. It's possible he's just being an idiot, but have I never told you I wear programming socks? That's super dorky. But good for you. I just wear black socks. My socks are boring as hell. American Truck Simulator GTA Edition. Don't stop so suddenly. Hey yo, when we bringing out the programming cum sock? Oh, okay. It's a cum sock. It's Scorpion's got a programming cum sock. It's canon now. It's part of your lore. My dad would beat me if I wore them, and fair. I just use a cum bottle. You gotta ferment it like a fine wine. Mm. Oh jeez, I gotta cut this a bit more. All right, where do you want it? Where do you want it? Think I can handle? That's like a tight spot to turn around in. I'll try again. I'll try again. You saying what it is? No, absolutely not. Look, I told you I don't want you on my hentai Discord because I don't want people to know what weird shit I'm into. So why would I tell you my favorite tag? Plot twist, it's the normal size of the nightstand tag. Gotta get milk for your serious. Yummy. Let's get a little bit further forward and then we can kind of... I always have to think about this. So I need the truck to go back this way. So I guess this way, yeah. Yeah, there we go. This one's actually, so far, easier than it looked to be at first. I feel like you'd want to be honest in a parasocial relationship. Don't you dare try to guilt trip me into talking about what hentai I'm into. That won't work. You first. How about that? You first. Then maybe. No promises, because some of you weirdos might do it, but you first. That was a really quick parking job, actually, considering my initial reservation about it. What do I have in emails? New special transports. Wow, great. Give me flammable. 45 months for nothing. You're at 43 months. Thank you. And you've hardly gotten nothing out of it. I made custom emotes for you. This is hard though, but I think tall girls. Kind of basic, I know. Tall girls are good. Are you into femdom as well then? I feel like that goes hand in hand. See, the fact that you guessed tall girls plus femdom at the beginning suggests that that's where we're at. Excuse me. I'm pondering whether or not I'll answer. Yeah, well, okay. So you kind of revealed your hand right at the beginning. I feel like femdom is worse. It's really not. I really don't think it. I mean, I guess it probably shows your. Going back to our self-worth discussion, it probably shows your own self-worth a little bit. I mean, honestly, like, I feel like mine, like, if you watched the Hentai podcast, you should know what mine is. I was pretty vocal about it. I feel. Just, like, I'll say it. I'll say it. But just based on me saying that alone, do you know what mine is? Do you know what my favorite tag is? Term of connotations. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It's not the same. I don't remember. Guess who doesn't pay attention to the podcast very well? God damn, dude. Cringe. I am an Alpha Chad yandere enjoyer. That should be pretty obvious. I feel. What's around me? Do I want to do another job? Rail Export, Global Mills, whatever the W is. I forget what that one is. Some kind of grocery store. What is Global Mills? I don't know if I've ever done a Global Mills job. I almost guessed tsundere, but that wouldn't have been right either. It would not have. I'm not big on tsunderes. But yandere. Yandere. It's like I said in the podcast. It's like that forbidden fruit factor. You don't want to stick it in crazy IRL. But the concept of it, it's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. Oh, I should probably get my truck serviced. I was right next to a service spot, too. Is it an EVA thing? What do you mean by EVA? Like Evangelion? Because no, that's more tsundere. Unless you're trying to give me an acronym that I don't recognize. What kind of fucking, like, imagine someone unfamiliar with my work coming in here. I'm playing fucking American Truck Simulator and talking about hentai. That is a very, very strange combination. Very strange. No, the like main girl that gets simped on for Evangelion is a tsundere. You don't want to stick it in crazy IRL, true story? Very true story. Mike, I can't believe you're still here with how uncomfortable you are with this kind of conversation. You fucker! Are you serious? What are you doing? The fucking police, dude. The fucking police. That's a cop. Oh, wait. This is the road. That was my fault, actually. If anything, the cop hit me. The cop has a much easier ability to stop than I do. It's a bold new world, Mac. American Trucker and hentai has to be like 5% of Twitch. I don't know, man. I guess you're probably right. No, the road is hard to see in that spot. It's hard to differentiate the road from the parking. So, I thought I was still in the parking lot, and I thought that police car just crossed in front of me, but actually I kind of smashed right into him. That's my fault. But I didn't get a ticket for some reason, so that works out fine for me. The cop looked into my truck cabin and saw piles of yandere hentai hanging around, and he decided that we were a kindred folk. He decided to let me off with a warning. Whoa! Did you see that fucking maneuver? That was nuts! That car in one frame flipped his entire car around and then spun around again. That was cool as shit, dude. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Do I need to turn here? Yeah. Yeah. There will be a worse generation for Twitch and Mac will be part of it. His whole thing will be hentai. I have a love-hate relationship with that, with the fact that that's such a big part of my brand at this point. Like, I think it's hilarious, but it's definitely gonna hurt my chances at brand deals later down the line. Whoa, we can transport milk again, fellas. You know, I haven't driven much through Colorado, so that sounds kind of fun. Let's do milk. Let's get some mommy milkers out on the road. Don't you talk about milk, you sicko. I'm transporting milk whether you like it or not. And whether or not it's actually milk, that's not for me to know. I just transport it, okay? They put the security tag on my truck. I don't open it. Because that's illegal. Taste test it. I told you I can't. I can't unseal it. I genuinely wonder how many people outside of like the retail or trucker world know that trucks have like security tags to make sure they don't get opened midway through the trip. This conversation is making me nauseous. Get over it. We're talking about hentai. It's not the hentai part. Oh, because you don't like milk. I understand that. I don't like much milk. I don't like milk much either. It's the reminder of the cum bottle. Hey, yo. Now we know why they called the milkmen. And why wives liked them so much. Rest in peace, milkmen. A dead career form. Trucker streams plus Mac actually talking equals entertaining for me. What do you mean, Mac? Are you saying I don't talk on my regular streams? Because that's not true. I'm a screamy little boy. I'm screaming and coming and creaming out of my pants all fucking stream. Let's go. My grandma drove a milk truck? Yes, she did. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It was too easy. That was so disrespectful to your grandma. Oh, wait, that's grandpa. That's even funnier. But also still very disrespectful, and I apologize, but it was right there. I said sorry, didn't I? I'm driving right out onto the grass, aren't I? Fuck, this road is narrow as hell. Whoa, they got the Tesla logo on that sign. Let's go. This must be Elon Musk's territory. Root around in the grass. Probably some Elon Musk piss somewhere. That was a yield sign. There was a yield sign. Did I yield? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll yield this time. All right. Now that we've had a good long talk about hentai, what else do you guys want to talk about? Hey, my Chainsaw Man video hit 3,000 views. That's pretty poggers. It's still slowing down, and I don't think it's gonna hit 4K before anime hype eventually hits. But I'm pretty satisfied with that. Like I said on the podcast episode that released today, I kind of expected it to hit 1,000 and plateau there. So for it to plateau at 3 times my predicted amount, I'm pretty happy with that. That being said, I'm still hoping for it to hit like 10,000 once the anime hype hits, maybe even more. But I'd be really satisfied with 10,000. I'm like a greedy little bitch, you know? I'm a greedy little bitch over here. I got a taste of virality twice, and now nothing's good enough anymore. I remember back in the day when I was like, guys, I got a new video out. I'm really hoping to hit 100 views in the first week. And I hit 1,000 views in the first 24 hours of this video, and I'm not satisfied. This is what the internet does to people. This is why content creators are anxious, stressed out people, because it's never good enough. But god damn it, I worked hard on that video, and I deserve recognition. And hugs. And kisses from beautiful women. And my big titty yandere girlfriend. Man, I just realized I took a job driving to Colorado because I was like, Colorado's really pretty and I don't get to drive through it much. But I might, it's really late. It's 2 a.m. It's an 8-hour job. The sun will be up by the time we hit Colorado. So that, never mind. All good. You expect me to slow down around this curve? How dare you even suggest such a thing? I'm sorry. Is this American Truck Simulator? Or not hitting your fucking deadline little bitch simulator? Can you roll trucks? Absolutely. I have never done it because I'm actually good at this game. But absolutely you can. You can, like, fuck shit up in this game. Like, I've seen people get in accidents where, like, cars went flying. Like, they would rear end one car and, like, push it so far forward that the car in front got, like, uplifted and flew up into the air. Again, I've never done it because I'm actually good at this game. But, oh, I gotta turn right eventually. What the fuck's going on? Oh, there's an accident. No, 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 no! Not into me! Don't fucking crash into me after immediately getting out of your own goddamn accident, you son of a bitch! Mind you, I could have braked. But who actually presses brake in this game? Huh? My ADD/expert game combined with the residual pre-workout has me listening to you, watching the Tiger game, and researching earbuds at the same time. Damn, bro. You're sounding like a real zoomer right now who can't focus on one thing at a time. I do that too, though. When I'm not streaming, if I play video games off stream, I always have to be watching something in the background. I can't just sit and watch a game. Or play a game. I can't just sit and play a game. I always have to be watching something else. I usually watch other streamers when I'm playing games by myself. Then again, I think everybody kind of does that. That's why Twitch is so popular. Not a lot of people actually actively watch Twitch. Like the percentage of people watching Twitch who actually like chat frequently, it's pretty low. Most people watch Twitch as like a background noise kind of thing. I really need to know why Mike is watching the Tiger games. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with the Tigers? It's just stupid baseball. Who cares? I actually like baseball. I shouldn't talk shit on baseball, but is there something wrong with the Tigers in particular? I don't know. Sports are dumb. I don't pay attention to them. Unless it's boxing between YouTubers, apparently. They're extra torturous this year. I don't know what that means. Are they bad? I thought it was the Lions that were bad. Is every team in Michigan bad? Michigan is pretty bad, so I guess that would make sense. I thought it was the Mets that suck. No, dude, it's all about the Mets. Gotta get those Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets, baby. How bad are they? What's their win-to-loss ratio right now? See, now playing American Truck Simulator and talking about baseball, that feels more appropriate than our previous hentai conversation. No, it is more appropriate, Jared. It's American Truck Simulator. American. Baseball and America go together like hentai and acne. 12 to 23. That's not that bad. I mean, it's not good. But aren't the Lions worse than that? Don't they, like, never actually win? I know they're not baseball, but I'm just, you know, comparing Michigan teams. They got a lot more chances to lose. Yeah, but they're what? They got like a 2 to 3 win to loss ratio right now. That's not terrible. Sorry, no, that's 1 to 2. Sorry. Gotta take this exit. I can't stand to watch baseball. I just watched the last game. Fuck. Fuck this sign, dude. It's a good thing no one was coming off of this exit. Last game of the season. Oh, I see. I like watching baseball live. I don't like watching it on TV. Baseball's kind of a fun thing to like go watch with your friends because like it's not one of those games that's like constantly active. Like there's a decent amount of downtime. So you can like, you know, chill out and chat with your friends, but then there's like something exciting to see every now and then. Who cares if they're bad? Doesn't matter. The other team is doing well. You can watch them and be like, wow, they're doing really well. Who cares? About getting excited about a certain sports team is dumb. You should feel like an idiot if you do it. It's fucking like midlife crisis dads who make their team their entire personality. It's fucking lame. Get a life, loser. Make your personality about hentai like the rest of us. Some of us enjoy it deeply. I know, and you're stupid. You're really dumb. Jess is just seething in her seat right now. Seething. Man, has anyone talked to Teresa lately? All this sports talk has got me thinking about Teresa. What's Teresa up to? I miss that girl. Teresa, one of my old coworkers. She was this super badass old woman. Not really old. She was a super badass older woman. Kim had a stroke though. That sucks. Kim's always having some kind of health problems. Thought it was a Ligma joke? No. No. I was talking like directly to Mike and Jess, who both know Teresa. No, Teresa's like this older lesbian woman. She's awesome. She's like a super badass, no nonsense kind of lady. She's like constantly like putting other coworkers into their place. So her, for reference, like her daughter applied to the store once, and like we didn't even like give her a proper interview. We just kind of hired her because we were like, it's Teresa's daughter. Like Teresa raised her right. She'll be a good worker. And she was. She was a great worker. But then she got laid off because World Market is stupid. Teresa was a G. I love Teresa. I miss her. Teresa was great to work with because you could always expect that she would actually show up to work, which you couldn't expect about a lot of people. And she did a really good job when she was there, which you couldn't expect from a lot of other people. It's surprising how rare people working in retail who both show up and do a good job are. Look at all these slow bastards. It's 75. It's 75. Like, bruh, it's literally 75. Why are all of them driving below the speed limit? I'm a truck. I'm a truck. You should be going faster than me. You should be going at least 85. Stupid NPCs never drive the goddamn speed limit. Even this one in front of me isn't. I'm slowly catching up to him. He's going faster than a lot of the other ones. But I'm catching up. They're all driving like 70 or 65. What is this? You're out in the middle of... It's not even like a busy highway. You're out in the middle of goddamn nowhere. Drive the speed limit. Go faster even. Driving me nuts out here. There was a dude on 14 that was driving super under the speed limit, was chugging a Miller Lite. Let's go. Nah, he's just having a good time. Leave that dude alone. He's not endangering other people's lives as well as his own. Straight up, like, drinking and driving is one of the most, like, selfish things you can do as a human being. It's such, like, a selfish act. I would have called the cops had I been able to get the license plate. That would have been a good thing to do. But you were too busy downing your own, right? You were too busy sucking on your own Miller Lite to catch the license plate. I hate anyone who drives under that influence. You should. It's an awful thing to do. You're endangering yourself, but you're seriously endangering other people. Vehicles are dangerous. You shouldn't operate one if you're not in the best possible state of mind. I was too busy driving faster than that dude, and I saw him chug it in the rear view. Damn. I am so tired today. I just yawned, so I'm thinking about this. I don't know why I'm so tired today. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did not sleep well last night. I was about to say I slept great last night, but I did not. I did not sleep well last night. Am I allowed to ask if you've ever gone to a gentleman's club on Twitch? What do you mean, like a gentleman's club? Like a strip club? No, I have not. I have zero interest in that kind of thing. It does not appeal to me even remotely. But anyway, I could not get to sleep last night, and part of it, my fucking AC sucks. By the way, my AC sucks, and it's on that wall over there. And for reference, my room is on the other side of the apartment, past a wall. So when the AC is on, like it cools this room down to a certain temperature, which, by the way, it still ends up being hotter than that temperature most of the time. Oh fuck. Vehicle inspection. Oh. Where is it? Hang on, I can't see. That's it. Is it here? I'm confused what this vehicle inspection even is. I think it's right up here. So like the AC cools down like this room, but it doesn't cool down like the entire apartment. So my room is always pretty hot. And so it was warm as hell in my apartment last night, and I opened up my window so I could try to get it to cool down before I went to bed, which worked for the most part. But then, like, man, I just, like, could not get to sleep. I, like, kept waking up in the middle of the night. So I didn't sleep great last night. And so on my lunch today, I, like, slept in my car, like I do a lot. And I, like, slept so hardcore that I woke up, like, super disoriented and feeling like I had overslept by accident. Like, I felt like I'd been asleep for, like, 4 hours. And I came home today, and I considered not streaming because I wanted to sleep, but I decided I wanted to stream instead. So you're welcome. But I'm a sleepy little boy right now. I remember y'all talked about it, but I couldn't remember what Mac's stance on it was. Yeah, it does not even remotely interest me. I don't really get the appeal of it. Well, like, okay, I get the appeal of it. It's women not wearing a lot of clothes or not wearing any clothes. But, like, number one, you're surrounded by a bunch of other dudes. Number two, it's not like anything's ever going to happen with those women. You're just looking. Number three, like, you can't even do anything. Like, you can't, like, whip your dick out and start, like having a good old time. You'll get thrown out. So that's got to be, like, a really pent-up feeling. Number four, thinking about the situations those women's lives are in that has caused them to be in that place would depress me and actively kill whatever erection I could possibly form. And yes, some women just enjoy doing it, and that's great for them. But I think most women who are involved in stripping are just kind of in a bad spot and don't have a lot of choices. And that makes me sad. That does not inspire chub in me. It really doesn't. Plus, porn is free. Or at least a lot of porn is free. So if I want to see women not wearing a lot of clothes, I don't have to pay for it or be surrounded by other dudes or not be allowed to touch myself. So there's that. Max smashing the patriarchy one strip club at a time. I just don't get it. I do not get it. It's like such a white trash thing to enjoy strip clubs actively. Like when I hear guys talk about how awesome they think strip clubs are, I just imagine that they go home to a trailer park. That's all I can think of. Just join the cool kids club of being asexual. Except I'm really horny most of the time. So there's that. We told a story on the podcast a while back of like these guys who came to our store to switch out lights. And these are like this like super funny, super interesting guys because they were just fucking weird. They were super weird. And there was a part of the night where we were just like sitting eating lunch with them, and they were talking amongst themselves, and they were talking about how they like went to a strip club and like spent a bunch of money on the company's credit card, and like that was super goofy to imagine that the company like is okay with them spending company money on going to the fucking strip club. That's just a hilarious concept on its own. But then like you can tell all of them were like super into it, like, yeah, strip clubs, let's go. And it made sense. When you look at those guys, when you look at the kind of people that they were, it made perfect sense that they were like the kind of guys who would frequent a strip club. Like super white trashy, like redneck ass, well, not really redneck ass dudes, but just, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm gonna slow down slightly so I can get behind this truck. He's actually going the speed limit, so. Yeah, I saw Luna get up and stretch. What an idiot. What a smelly stinky. Love that cat, though. I say such mean things about my cat and then followed up by like, oh, I love her to death, though. I feel like that's just normal pet ownership, though. You always, like, you say horrible things about your pets, and then you follow it up with like, but I love them so much. Yeah, Jess gets it. Jess's cat is a total brat, but we love her. Oh, come on. Another closed down road? Hang on. Let me see if I can just get straight back on the highway. It looks like I can. Yeah, I can just get straight back on the highway. We're alright. I'm about to fucking rear end this motherfucker. It's alright. It worked out. I took the shoulder. I've been 3 times in my life. Once when I turned 18, again when I was 18, and then with Ken, Val, and his other family members for his bachelor party. That sounds about right. Just when you want to throw her, she does something super cute and loving, and you're like, God damn it. Yeah, that's what cats do. I mean, Luna may lay a fat stinky in the middle of the night and make me have to get up and spray air freshener everywhere. But she'll also snuggle up when I go to bed, and that's cute as hell. Money on Val organizing that. I can absolutely see it. I can absolutely see that. Val was such an interesting guy. Val and his Playboy collection. Inherited Playboy collection that he insists he was trying to sell. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, Val. Whatever you say. am I doing on gas? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. We shouldn't need to rest or get gas during this trip, so we should pull in real early. Probably one of his uncles, actually. Old dudes love the strip club. That's true. I feel like old dudes are more into it because they don't get the internet. And how many bare titties are on the internet. I never heard about the Playboy collection. We really didn't get along that well. He inherited some Playboy collection. It was like an old, like all old Playboys from like a dead relative or something like that. And so he was trying to sell them because a lot of them were like super vintage, and like vintage Playboys can go for crazy amounts of money. And I just had a running joke where I was like, yeah, but you're not really trying to sell them though, are you? Okay, so neither of these vehicles are going the speed limit. And I have to try to pass them. So... Oh man, I was about to go for the shoulder, but we're crossing over a bridge, which will make it real hard. Because the shoulder's going to thin out. Never mind. Damn it. He irritated me hanging around all the time. It was kind of annoying how he would come into the store and then he'd stay for like an hour and a half just talking. I get that. Why is my phone making noise? Oh, someone at my store has COVID. That's a big shocker. Well, it worked for him, so what can you do? I got out into this lane to try to pass this fucking truck. But now I can't get up to speed to do it. Whatever. Mike, you're right. It's an easy memo to disregard, though. Because again, it's that forbidden fruit. It's very tempting. But don't do it, bro. Don't do it. We should probably move away from this subject. It's getting personal. Oh, I'm very close to my destination right here. Better late than dead? Better late than dead? Is that what the sign just said? To a trucker? That sign just said better late than dead. Are you fucking kidding me? You don't understand how seriously I take my job here, sign. Someone needs this fucking milk. This milk's gonna go bad. And you're gonna tell me better late than dead? That's an insult to the cows who created this milk. An insult. Was it milk in the first place? That's not the question! Odd that became relevant again during the stream. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting full circle situation. Better late than pregnant. True. No, he's right. No, Jesse's right. He's got a point. Would you disagree with that? I don't see anything in my rearview mirror that suggests I can't cross lanes right now. Might have cut that corner a little close. It's no big deal. Let me in. I have delivery to make. Let me in now. Come on. Open up, you fucker. Thank you. Guys, get your goddamn gates out of the way. I have milk here, okay? I'm in a rush. Just ram it? That's what she said. Oh, fuck. I'm about to ram that goddamn concrete block. Where do you want it? Where do you want it? Where do you want it? Where is that? Okay, I figured there was going to be a concrete block in the way. The last time I delivered milk, I delivered it to a remarkably similar spot. This is weird. It's going to be a bit iffy, to be honest with you fellas. But we're going to do our best. And surely, if we just do our best, everything will go fine. I have no idea what angle we're coming at this right now. Probably not a good one. I'm about to ram into something. Try to straighten out a bit so I can see better. Where the hell did I end up? Where? I'm not... I think I'm like almost where I need to be, but not quite. I can't actually see the spot right now, which suggests that it's like barely being blocked by my view. What if it's not fine? Don't call me stinky. I don't think you understand my truck parking abilities. This is gonna be fine. Okay, yeah, I missed it pretty hard, but I think we can adjust to fix it. We just have to play this kind of careful. Actually, we're kind of right on track here. If I just back it in from this angle, should be all right. I'm going to have to adjust a little bit. Yeah, I will. But it's not so much that I, can't handle it. I'm getting better at parking trucks, guys. Like, by the time I've sunk like 100 hours into this game, I might as well just get a commercial license. No, wrong way. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. So I should just back it up from here and then we'll be all good. Beautiful. Incredible fucking parking job here. I mean, I'm not right in the center, but I'm closer to the center than I have been a lot of times, so I'll take that. Ugh. My ass fucking hurts. Got that trucker's ass, boy. Got that trucker dumpy. Let's see, where can I get gas and some sleep? Right over here. Right over here. That's not far. Why isn't it exiting? Incredible parking job. on my part, if I do say so myself. How do I get out of here? Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. Yeah, three lanes for intake, but only one for exits? What is this bullshit? Oh, here's the 3. Okay, wait, why do they have it set up so there's one lane that then splits into 3? How is that helping traffic? I mean, I can't imagine this place is like super busy on a daily basis, but like, come on. This is like a railway exporter. You have to assume they get some level of traffic and shit. Why am I wondering about the logistics of traffic control in a fucking video game? That's the real question. Whatever, it's important to me. As important to me as what kind of hentai my viewers watch or like. I tried to like push the brake down with my big toe and I didn't really have enough strength to do it because I was too lazy to like lift my foot up and try to actually push it down. God, I can accelerate so much faster when I don't have 4 tons of milk or like 40,000 pounds of milk behind me. That's more than 4 tons. I'm fast as fuck, boy. I was about to turn, but I forgot. This game makes it illegal to turn right on red, which for the record, it is actually illegal for a truck to turn right on red in most states, but this game doesn't distinguish between the states, it just makes it illegal, which is some bullshit, if you ask me. But I also wouldn't know which states it was and was not okay in, and as a result, I would just never do it anyway. But I'm going to blame the game for it, because I can. Because I'm a baby. Because I'm a come piss baby. That's me. Oh, all these red lights. I will never make it to bed. I need to rest before my next big job, but I can't make it. So let's see, we got a recruitment agency right here. And I think there's a truck vendor up on the other side of town here. Which, since I just upgraded this truck, I don't think I have any interest in a new truck. But I always like to see what our options are. International? Is that what it is? Let's see. Let's see what trucks they got. All the like real good trucks are like level gated, and I'm not quite high enough level for a lot of them, so I'm better off like upgrading this one. And it is a nice truck. I like this truck a lot. But or what's the highest level truck I can actually buy? This one. It looks a lot like the truck I'm currently driving. The only reason I know it isn't is because I drive a Western Star. So what's the inside look like? Wow, that is an old school fucking... This is like retro truck. This looks like shit. My current truck is so much classier. Let's see, we got another configuration. I literally do not see a difference. Oh, wait. It makes it uglier. That's great. That's fantastic. What else they got here? See that? Like, why is this truck less expensive than this truck? It looks so much nicer. It is so much nicer. Look at this thing. This is so much nicer than the other one. You can get like the diamond black cherry design. Oh. It's a lot like my current truck, except the GPS is smaller and has a little more window space. I think ultimately, whenever I get like my final truck, I want it to have like a lot of window space so I can really see out really well. But this isn't like so much more window space that I'd be willing to like leave my current truck, because I like my current truck. I just like to window shop, so to speak. I like to see what the options are. Man, imagine the day when I'm in a big boy like this. Just got to get a level 25. I did not expect that to create a screenshot. That was not what I was expecting. I wish I could just like see the interior. So I'm just curious what the interior of these trucks that are like higher level look up like. But, because that's what's really important. Like the exterior of the truck is important and all. And the configuration and all that, that's important. But what I want to see is what my view will look like when I'm driving it. That's more important to me. Let's get my truck service. I'm sure my wheels need some work done. Yeah. $700? Oh my God. Don't run into the pole. Great. I'm just going to cross the street real quick. No big deal. Totally legal. Totally legal maneuver. Yum yum gas. Yummy yummy. Yummy yummy truck food gas. Let's go. Yeah. Let's pull the big boy in here. All right. I want to call it there for today. That was a good truck driving stream. Oh, well, thanks for watching. Appreciate you as always. What am I going to do for the rest of the day? Why, how kind of you to ask. I don't know. I need to do some research for a video I'm working on, so I should probably do that. Whether or not I will do that, we'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. What do I got going on for the rest of the week, you ask? Well, how kind of you to ask. Wednesday, more Elden Ring. I wonder how many Elden Ring streams we got left. It still feels like a lot. That game is just so big. It's so big and girthy and hard. So I'm not sure how many more Elden Ring streams we have left. It seems like it's going to be quite a few, honestly. I think we'll be able to clear Volcano Manor next stream, which I think also clears another demigod. So we'll be 4 for 5. Good stream. Thank you. Good viewer. Good chatter. Then we need to finish Leyndell, which I think has another demigod. But there's still an entire other biome I know about, the mountaintop. I don't know what it looks like. I just know it exists. There's one underground area that I keep forgetting to go to that we need to check out. There's another cave that I've got that I need to check out. I found out via my off-stream playthrough. There's like a big plateau in the Liurna of the Lakes. There's like a big plateau that I spent a long time trying to figure out how to get on top of, and I missed that there's a super obvious way to get on top of it right next to the first grace you get by the lakes. So that made me feel dumb. So I'm going to do that next stream probably. And I'll probably be super overpowered for anything that's in that area. So we'll clap some cheeks and it'll be a great time. Then for the rest of the week, I'll probably try to arrange another Divinity stream with Sean where we'll play for 6 hours and get next to nothing done. On Saturday, have you explored the Scarlet Rot? You mean Caelid? Yeah, I think so. I think I explored it to the extent that I felt like I'd explored everything. I'm sure there's stuff I missed. I mean, that's bound to happen in any open world game, but yeah, I explored all that. And then Sunday, I don't know. I think we're due for a Captain's Kitchen stream. I think I was supposed to do one last Sunday, but I couldn't because I had other stuff going on. So I'm probably due for a Captain's Kitchen stream. So if you have any suggestions for stuff I could cook, drop it in the Discord or something. Because I haven't thought about it at all. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you in later streams. Have fun with whatever hentai you end up watching or reading tonight. Good night.